The Robinsons were excited for their New Year's breakfast. It was a family tradition. Every year, they woke up to a table laden with delicious treats.
Mama Robinson would make fluffy pancakes, crispy bacon, and warm syrup.
The children, Emily, George, and little Lily, would be giddy with delight. This year, however, was different. As the children gathered around the table, their noses twitching with anticipation, Mama Robinson announced,
"Children, we are going to share our New Year's breakfast with the Smiths down the lane. They haven't had much to eat lately."
The children were taken aback. The Smiths were their neighbours, a family struggling to make ends meet. They had seen their worn clothes and heard stories of their hardships. But to give away their special breakfast, this was unheard of. Emily, the eldest, was the first to speak.
"But Mama, we wait for this breakfast all year."
George, the mischievous one, chimed in.
Can't we just give them some bread and milk? We can have our breakfast later.
Lily, the youngest, looked at her mother with wide, innocent eyes. She didn't understand the implications of giving away their breakfast, but she sensed her siblings' hesitation. She tugged at her mother's apron and asked,
"Mama, will the Smiths like pancakes?"
Mama Robinson smiled gently at her children. She understood their hesitation, their attachment to tradition.
Children, sharing our blessings with those in need, the true spirit of the new year. It's about starting the year with kindness and generosity.
Her words hung in the air, slowly sinking in. Emily thought about Mrs. Smith's tired face and her threadbare shawl. George pictured the Smith children, their faces pale and thin. A wave of sympathy washed over them. Emily, always the thoughtful one, spoke first.
"Mama, I can make extra pancakes. We can share our bacon too."
George, his initial reluctance fading, added,
I can take my toy soldier for their little boy. He always looks sad.
Lily, her face brightening, exclaimed.
"I will give them my red ribbon. Mama, can I?"
Mama Robinson beamed at her children. Their initial hesitation had melted away, replaced with a genuine desire to help.
The children helped their mother pack their New Year's breakfast into baskets.
They carefully placed the steaming pancakes, crispy bacon, and a jar of Mama's homemade jam.
Emily added a loaf of freshly baked bread.
George carefully placed his toy soldier on top, and Lily nestled her red ribbon beside it.
The Robinsons bundled up in their warmest clothes and set off down the lane, their baskets laden with food and love. The snow crunched under their feet, but their hearts were warmed by their act of kindness.
When they reached the Smiths' modest cottage, they were greeted by a surprised and overwhelmed Mrs. Smith.
Her eyes welled up as she saw the generous offering.
The Robinson children, initially shy, were soon playing with the Smith children.
Laughter filled the small cottage as they shared stories and toys. The aroma of pancakes and bacon filled the air, a stark contrast to the usual emptiness.
That day, the Robinsons discovered that true happiness wasn't found in indulging themselves.
It was in giving, in sharing, in spreading joy to others.
As they walked back home, their hearts brimming with warmth and contentment, they knew this was a New Year's Day they would never forget.
This New Year's Day had given them something far more precious than a feast. It had given them a taste of the joy of giving, a lesson they would carry in their hearts throughout the year.